Virtual RC Racing, the Inside Story. Episode 12, VRC version 3.5 Distribution and Promotional Efforts. My name is Peter Barefoots. When version 3 was released, we started our promotional efforts to let the RC world know about this new exciting RC racing sim, Virtual RC Racing. One of the first things I had to come up with was a good slogan for VRC. How about, "Don't wait for the weekend"? A simple and straightforward slogan. But what did I want to get across? RC racers practice their hobby mainly in the weekends, and usually don't get much more than an hour or so of real track time. Add to that probably an hour or two driving to and from the track, and 3 to 10 hours of preparation to be ready for a practice session or a race event. And add to this the considerable expenses for tires, fuel, batteries, bodies, and parts. You end up with a very time-consuming and expensive hobby. That's no news. It has been like this since the beginning of RC racing. I have been there, done it myself, be it a very long time ago, but this hasn't changed. To get good at RC racing, you simply need to invest a huge amount of time and have deep pockets. However, the RC hobby is so challenging and addictive that tens of thousands of racers head to racetracks all over the world every weekend, meet their friends, race their cars, and are having a great time. And as the slogan says, practice makes perfect, right? So the more you practice, the more you race, the better you get. The whole idea behind virtual RC racing was to offer unlimited practice and race time, any time of the week, and at minimal cost. And of course, all the time spent on VRC is net track time, no traveling time, no preparation time, and no cost for spares. But the virtual RC experience had to be close enough to the real thing so that racers would really benefit of this track time to develop their RC skills and improve their racing fitness at minimum cost and time. After all, this hobby or sport is not easy to get into, let alone that racing your car is very stressful as you are watching the whole race unfold in front of you while having to control your car. With the release of VRC v3.5, we had made a great start to achieve this objective. VRC was getting serious and we needed distributors. I had established a successful relationship with Kyosho, but I also needed to find another important partner to distribute the generic version of VRC. I ended up with the biggest hobby distributor in the US, Horizon Hobbies. As I previously explained, we had developed two versions of the controllers and packaging, the red-black Kyosho version and the generic yellow-black VRC version. Content-wise, they were the same, and of course they shared the same infrastructure, i.e. the same servers and software and internet portal. As Horizon Hobbies already had their own proprietary flight simulator, Virtual RC Racing was a great addition to their sim product line, and through them we were able to sell to many hobby shops in the US, Canada, and beyond. The yellow-black VRC version was also offered to hobby shops in Europe and the rest of the world. The CD-ROMs, with a complete installation package, had unique key codes which had to be registered on the VRC website to activate your account and the game. We also started to sell the VRC 3 USB adapters directly to hobby shops as there was a good demand for it. E-commerce had only just started, so selling directly from the VRC website was the obvious thing to do. However, payments required a credit card, but most customers were not able to make credit card payments. And in certain countries it was even impossible. Therefore, we came up with a concept for dealers to sell just key codes to their customers, who could then pay cash. I had developed a special VRC dealer app to make this possible at all. Let me explain how this worked. Basically, dealers had to create an online account with VRC and make a deposit in that account. The dealer could then create a purchase in that account, print a voucher with the exclusive key code for their customer, which the customer could then register on the VRC website. The VRC deposit account was charged at dealer price level. In principle, a very straightforward and attractive system, which enabled dealers to sell the VRC game and make a decent dealer profit with minimal investment and risk. Some dealers understood that it was a simple and safe way to make a nice profit on VRC licenses, but the majority of dealers didn't, however much I tried to explain it with simple schemes like the one below. I thought it was a great and innovative system, but unfortunately it failed. As so often I have to place this in the all-important time perspective, e-commerce was not as common in 2007 as it is today. And what if we could show VRC to RC hobbyists who visit their hobby shop? Wouldn't it be great to have a console where you could simply try out VRC? How attractive would it be for a hobby shop to entertain its customers by offering this in his shop? In 2004, we had already developed a demo console which could be used on trade shows by Kyosho and ourselves. These consoles had a ridged aluminum tube frame and were designed to hold a so-called small form factor PC equipped with a state-of-the-art graphics or video card and a sound card. A 1024 by 768 pixel flat screen monitor and two small speakers completed the set. However, this console was way too expensive to offer to hobby shops. Therefore, we developed a new console which was cheaper to manufacture and to ship and very easy to assemble. Tony, what would I have been without him, had designed a completely new VRC demo console. It consisted of two side panels made of 18mm MDF sheet material printed in either Kyosho or in VRC colors, and steel shelves for the PC and the monitor. Again, I had approached Thunder Tiger to manufacture these consoles and package them. The prototypes looked awesome. We had an initial batch produced, but much to my surprise and disappointment, there was not enough interest from our dealers, so this project was abandoned. It's not the first time that one of my great ideas was not embraced by dealers. Maybe I simply don't have retailer blood. I started writing monthly columns and offered these to RC magazines, websites, and RC communities. It provided me a platform to explain what VRC was about, the special features, and to provide information about the online races we organized. Many of our media partners were non-English, but they were eager to translate my columns in their own language, even Chinese. It was a very effective way of communicating with RC racers from all over the world and trying to get them interested in VRC. As you probably can imagine, RC magazine advertising is very expensive, and circulation information is often very doubtful, as are the effects of the ads. And in those days, there was no Facebook or YouTube advertising yet. I had absolutely no budget available to do worldwide campaigns, so I focused our ads on a few English-speaking magazines, Radio Car Action in the US and Radio Race Car from the UK. Occasionally, we advertised in specific markets like Germany and France. With the ever-increasing popularity of Internet, we also started doing banner ads on major RC community websites. Looking back at VRC version 3, where we came from and what we had achieved, well, we started in 2000 at zero as a promotional project for Serpent and no real business plan. It was just an expensive dream, I guess, and I knew what I wanted to achieve, but no idea what it would take to get there. 5 years later, we ended up with a member base of well over 200,000 VRC members. But how sustainable was the v3.5 platform? I was so thrilled and encouraged by the initial success we had with Kyosho, Horizon, and our own dealer sales that I took a very important decision early 2006. Let's start all over again. That was the start of the VRC V4 development, later called VRC Pro, starting all over again from scratch. But we had only just begun with Virtual RC Racing version 3 and had just launched that version successfully. Why start all over again? Had I gone totally nuts? That story is next. Make sure to subscribe to the Inside Story playlist on YouTube. Thank you for watching.